Content partners such as the Washington Post, WYNC Studios, Houston Chronicle, San Francisco Chronicle, and the Kennedy Center have signed a deal with a variety of think tanks, business and academic organizations, including the State University of Arizona, the Magazine Media Association, the Freedom Forum, Ronald Reagan's Presidential Foundation, and the Institute. And when it comes to stories about the First Amendment, or how a country-specific law has become the law of the country, when it comes to looking behind the scenes of an authoritarian regime in North Korea or Russia or Nicaragua or the Philippines to show what life is like without press freedom and personal freedom, I don't know, but they want to skin the cat that suits me. The most important thing that will happen over the next 4 months is that we have more and more partners working on creating content, and we hope that we will soon have some brand partners. That is why we turn to newspapers, magazines, producers, networks, etc., and say to them, we want you to treat democracy or democratic values in a way that you consider appropriate for your editorial ethics and your audience. According to the creators of the Purple Project for Democracy, your color and your message will be completely inevitable in November, if we could turn civic education and media education into a kind of heart and mind campaign, as we usually do in the Middle East. And moreover, I will let each content partner decide for themselves how they want to tell the story of democracy. And there will be hundreds of themes here, and National Geographic is doing the November issue on democracy. The various participants plan to spend the rest of the summer and most of the autumn looking for ways to organize pro-democracy media for a month, flashing on the media and brand channels from the 1st of November. And the result of the conversation was that there are many people who are doing good work in the areas of social involvement, civic competence, media competence, etc. The people who are working on the project are very enthusiastic about it. The Purple Project for Democracy is not intended to reflect our political situation. There are many no-fly zones, but there is enough room to talk about democracy without carrying water for one group or another. It was established under the auspices of the National Conference on Nonprofit and Nonprofit Citizenship, with the initial support of the Brookings Institution. But, why don't we do it here so that the Americans can rediscover the values of truth, justice, and the American way of life? Learn more about this, decipher it, and introduce people to what doesn't lead us North Korea. And he and a colleague from Brookings had picked up a series of research data points that showed not only a loss of confidence in democracy and its institutions, but also a dramatic decline. With Purple, we have a certain characteristic, which we call conscious patriotism, which means that it is not reflective, but reflective.